Here to talk to you guys today because I have a story time. I know I said I was going to record one a long time ago, and I didn't, but I am now. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm coming at you guys with a story time today about what do I call it? I don't know. I'm coming at you guys with a story time today about a relationship that you guys knew I was in when I did my Get to Know Me tag maybe a year and a half ago. And I'm just giving like a kind of life update, but it's going to be a story time and maybe some like inspirational stuff also. But yeah, so you guys know I was with a guy for 8 years and we were so happy in love. My first love, my first everything. I didn't want to do anything without him. My life revolved around him. I was done for him. I went through a situation with him and it was a really bad situation, and it was a trying time for me, and my life had really like just went flat. I stopped going to school and all I was doing was working. I became very not mean, but I was so closed off and sheltered because my feelings had got hurt and I didn't know how to handle it because I was only 19 at the time and I had nobody, and I wasn't really like trying to talk to nobody about the issue. And yeah, like I kind of just had myself. So we were together 2 years after, and we broke up April of this year, so April of 2016, maybe a week after his birthday, because he was doing like he was in a okay, for the sake of this video, I'm going to call him Curtis because I don't want to put his identity out there because we don't have any hard feelings and I don't hate nobody and I don't want any beef with anybody. So I'm going to call him Curtis. So Curtis was during the organization at his school that he went to, which is not here in Maryland, it's in Pennsylvania, but he was trying to participate in an organization that he had that took up a lot of his time. Or maybe I thought that, And I was with it because I'm with whatever you want to do to better your life. Like I'm 100% down. Like I want you to better yourself, and if this organization is something that you really want to do, then I'm all for it. Like let's go. But it took a lot of his time from me, and I was okay with that because I knew that in the end he would be happy. Like the whole entire relationship, my whole thing was I wanted him to be happy. I wanted to make sure he was good. If he was good, then I'm good. I'm not really worried about anything. But I kind of put myself to the side. And as a woman, you shouldn't do that because you should love yourself more than you love any man. Because no man is going to love you the way you're supposed to love yourself. Nobody's going to love you the way you're supposed to love yourself. So that was my downfall. Putting him first before me. So we didn't really talk that much. We texted every day. But every night around 10 o'clock, he would have to go do a meeting. Or so he say. So I don't know how accurate any of this is because we're actually not on talking terms, and I don't even care anymore. This is just for the fun of the video. But as a woman, I got tired. I got tired of wanting. I had a boyfriend, and I acted as a good girlfriend, but I didn't actually have a boyfriend. He wasn't here physically, and then for me to talk to, he kind of wasn't here either because he was really like involved. So there was a guy on campus who was giving me a bunch of attention, and I didn't really fall for it initially because I'm like, like I got a boyfriend. I'm gonna do right by him because I've never been the type to do wrong or cheat or anything like that. But the guy, he would always pop up around campus and he would just give me so much attention. Okay. So, me being a good girlfriend that I am, I told my boyfriend when I had talked to him one day, I was like, I feel like, and this was he was wrapping the whole pledging thing up. Like he had already got into that organization, and he was just wrapping it up. It was like probably the last week of doing what I had to do, but he was already involved. He was already in it. I had told him, I was like, hey, just want to let you know that I feel like you don't give me enough as a woman. I feel like I need attention. I need attention from my boyfriend, and I feel like you weren't doing that. So I'm just going to tell you because I'm not cheating on you or anything like that. I just want you to know before it ever gets to that point, like, give you a heads up. Like, I feel like there's a guy around campus, and he's giving me a lot of attention, opening doors for me, making sure, like, maybe, like, carrying my books, making sure, like, hey, how you doing, talking to me, like, just stuff like that. When he wants to chill with me, this and the third, nothing more, nothing less. But it's just attention that I'm not getting from you. So, of course, like, he had listened at first, but when I say he took it left, like, he was pissed. He was pissed. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. He was pissed. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's when we had broke up, because he was so worried about, like, oh, well, go talk to that nigga. Like, go worry about that nigga since you know, he wants to talk to you, this and the third. I hope your relationship work out. Kind of like just brush. As a female, I'm trying to come to you and tell you, like, as my man, I need you to give me more attention because somebody else is out here trying to one-up on you. And I would do the same because I'm a female, and I know that if a female's going after my man, I'm going to make sure I boost it all up so the bitch don't come one-up on mine. And then that night, he was really weird. Like, he kind of was just, like, brushing me off. Like,
well, if you want to be here, you can be here. If not, it's okay. It's cool with me. Like, you ain't gotta be here.
Excuse me? I ain't gotta be here. Like, this is my relationship too. Like, we've been together for 8 years. There's no such thing as I ain't gotta be here. We gonna work this out. We gonna make this better. Like, what you mean?
And he was just like,
oh, no, I mean, if you here, you here. If you not, you not.
Like, I can just, something that you can just throw away. Okay, no. So I was just like,
are you serious? Like, this is crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, that, it really hurt my feelings because I was with this man for a long time. Like, this is my best friend. So I thought, I mean, I'm not gonna beg. If you don't want to be with me, okay, cool. Like, I tried to act, hey, are you for real? Like, it is what it is. So I was just like, okay. But after a while, I got to this point and I started thinking, as I shouldn't have to beg a man to be with me. I'm not an ugly girl. I'm not a dumb girl. I got a lot going for myself. I work. I'm in school. Like, I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm not out here doing crazy things like that. I'm not no dummy. I'm just trying to have a boyfriend, and there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe one day we just stopped texting, like, out the blue. We didn't break up, we just stopped texting. There was just no text back. Like, I texted him and he didn't text me back. So I'm just like, cool. So I started getting close with the guy who was on campus, and, like, we would just chill and stuff like that. And that's when maybe 2 weeks later I heard back from my boyfriend, or my ex, or whatever he was. And he was just like, he knew he was wrong for not saying anything to me or texting back. But after he realized that he didn't text back, he was just like, fuck it, because it was already a long time had passed. So I'm like, okay. And we had talked for a long time. When I say we were, like, on FaceTime for about 6 hours, like, I had to go to school the next morning. I never went to sleep at all. We had this long conversation, and we talked about a lot, and we discovered a lot. I discovered stuff about him. He discovered stuff about me that had happened within the 2 weeks, and we both kind of were crushed because we both did some petty stuff. But I was willing to look past it because I was just like, you did what you was doing, I was doing what I was doing. But we always seem to come back. So maybe, like, let's just try again. Maybe we could try again. We was around each other more. He had came home sometime, and we was chill together then when he came home, and just, like, little stuff like that. And then yeah, like, that's what it was. And then maybe a couple weeks later, he had told me that after stringing me along, he had told me that he wanted to stop talking to me and trying to work on things because he couldn't get past the things we had both had done within our 2 weeks of not being together. And that the feelings just weren't the same anymore. And yeah, like, he just didn't want to deal with me anymore. I was strung along, and he brought me back, and I'm thinking, like, good thoughts, like, okay, we're going to get through this, we're going to make it work, and we're going to be together. But then we didn't. So I was really heartbroken about that, and I'm not going to lie, like, it probably crushed me. And that was the first time I knew I had to leave because I knew that I couldn't do it anymore because it was just, the relationship was really, really toxic. So I was like, okay, like, if it was meant to be, it'll come back. If not, then it's not. And I just let it go. But I was hurt. Didn't really want to let it go. I would reach out to him here and there, but he would just always brush me off and be really rude to me. So I'm just like, fuck it. Like, it is what it is. He don't want to be with me. I gotta figure out life without him. He cannot be my world anymore. Like, I need to love myself more than the man loves me, and I need to figure out who Bree wants to be. So that's what I did, and I really have to thank all my friends and my close family, because without them, I wouldn't have gotten through the breakup. But back to the story. So yeah, like, I was doing good, this and the third. And then maybe a month and a half later, I got a text on my phone.
Excuse me, miss. Are you okay?
What you mean I'm okay? Like, I didn't die. My father cut his hair. He has my aunt's number. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like what you mean? I'm sorry. On my phone. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by, are you okay? So I text my friends, I'm like,
why is he texting me? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to get over him. I don't want nothing to do with this man. I don't be on his phone. I don't be going to his spot. I just trying to figure out and work on Bree and be a better person and go on this little journey that I'm trying to go on, discovering who I am as a person. So I just I called him and I was just like, don't do that. Don't text me. Like, don't do this. You're over it. I'm not. Let me get over it first. Let me figure things out for myself. Let me get over it, basically, because you're fine, but I'm not. So if I'm not fine, then ain't no point for us to even figure it out. Like, it's nothing to talk about. I'm doing good. If I was doing bad, I'm pretty sure my father would tell you, or one of my friends would tell you, or it's ways around finding out if I'm doing good or bad, for real. So just completely over it. So he said, okay, we agreed. But then me being again, reached out again to try to talk to him and rekindle things, and we also agreed once again. I think that lasted for about 2 days, and once again he told me things weren't the same and that he didn't want to talk to me anymore. Okay, cool. So this time I'm like, fuck it, I can't do it anymore. I'm not gonna let nobody play me. I can't be waiting for this man and praying that things work out if it's not going to work out. God, if he's not meant for me, remove him from my life completely. If he's meant for me, bring him back and bring him back and just make sure he's about me and just about me and nobody else. Like, I don't ever want to be me and somebody else. I want it to be me, just me. Like, I want it to be just me. So, yeah, he was gone. So I enjoyed my summer. All this happened this summer, the course of the April, May, June, July, August. 5 months. I enjoyed the rest of my summer.
I love me, for me, everything about me. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody can say anything about me because to me, I'm amazing. I'm Beyonce out here, but, I go to my own horn,
But anyways, no. I'm just amazing. I love myself, and that's how a woman should feel. You should love yourself before any man, before you look for any man to love you, because how can they love you if you don't love yourself? You don't respect yourself. You don't give yourself that much oomph, for real. Like, so you really gotta ride for yourself before you can ride for anybody else and expect them to ride for you back in the same return. I might have been sending a text to his mother here and there, but really didn't have any that long conversation. And yeah, I was just enjoying myself. And then my birthday was September 12th. I had thought when my birthday came, I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My birthday means the world to me. It's the most special thing of my life. Like, it's special to me. It means a lot. So if you don't say happy birthday to me, especially when I turned 21 this year, this is a big birthday for me. If you didn't say happy birthday to me, you're probably dead to me. So I was thinking in my head, like, I wonder if he's gonna try to reach out to me and tell me happy birthday. Like, he knows how much my birthday means to me. So if I don't get a happy birthday, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, that he's dead to me. Fucking dead to me. He has nothing else to say to me. So, my birthday came, and I was having so much fun with it when it first came in, like around 12 in the morning. Having so much fun. I didn't get anything. Didn't get any texts from him, nothing like that. I got texts from my friends and stuff like that, but I didn't get anything from him. Okay. So, I can't remember what time he did send me a text, but I'm thinking it was maybe like around 12 noon, 1 o'clock that evening. That afternoon. And it was just saying, like, happy birthday, hope you enjoy it, this is the third, love you, whatever, like that. Cool. So I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, oh, see, he knew he better have said happy birthday to me because he don't want to be there to me. So I didn't think he was going to say happy birthday to me. And he was like, I would have been the first one to tell you happy birthday, but I had practice in the morning. So I was like, oh, okay, I understand. Totally get it. So from there, we had a conversation, we started talking, and we became cool. I said, I don't have any ill feelings towards you. I don't hate you. I wish you nothing but the best. We can be friends. I don't like having people who are upset with me or I'm upset with them. I don't feel like I should live life with a burden, because life is so short. You can leave somebody so fast, and if you don't cherish that person, and it's hard for me to hate him because I loved him so much, and I really did love him for 8 years. I'm with this person for 8 years. Of course, I'm gonna love him. So I wish him nothing but the best, and I don't wish harm on him or anything like that. So it'll always be love, always, no matter what. It's gonna always be love there. But and then a couple weeks ago, he had came home, and I had rode with him to drop his roommate off, and then Curtis asked me, he dropped me back off home, but he had came inside with me because I was just, I don't know, I wanted to talk to him. At first, that initial day, it was cool, it was cordial, I loved everything about it. Like, we was just friends, we was having a real conversation. Like, I was telling him about the guys I talked to, telling him about girls he talked to, talking about life, just and the third, talking about how our relationship went left, and we just really had a conversation that we really needed to have. Because I was at my house by myself because my grandmother had went away. So he stayed downstairs and I stayed upstairs, and I was trying to rekindle some things with him, but he kind of was standoffish, and it was cool. I'm like, okay, maybe that's God's sign saying, no girl, leave that man alone. The following day, I was at my house with my friends. We had so much fun. We was like playing around, drinking, and we was like, literally, we was drinking, but we was home. Like, we wasn't going anywhere. We was dressed in like loungewear, and we all had this big sleepover at my house, so I wouldn't be in the house by myself. He had came over that day too. We rekindled something. My friends had left. I had took him home. I went to work. Everything was cool. We said that we was gonna try to make things work and figure out some things between me and him, and that's what we agreed upon. Lasted for maybe a good week, or week and a half. I'm gonna say week though, maybe a good week and a half. And one day I get on Instagram, and I feel like God plays a big part. When I ask God to show me signs, he really does show me signs. He plays a big part in everything I do. I was looking at homecoming pictures from his school, because my homecoming was the following week, and I wanted to figure out like just some outfit ideas I wanted to put together for my outfit for my homecoming. And just looking at it now, and something came to my head. It was like, what if you go to one of the pages and try to search a girl that he was talking to before, when we and him were broken up, that he had posted all over his Facebook. What if you search her name? I did. Searched her name, and I saw a picture of him and her. But the thing that caught my eye, not the picture, because I saw the picture before, that didn't catch my eye. The thing that caught my eye was the comment. She made what is it called? A caption that said they were together for a year and 7 months. How? We broke up 7 months ago, and we haven't been together since, but we did break up 7 months ago. So that part is fine. If he got together with her that 7 months, I ain't had nothing to do with that, because I wasn't with him. I don't care. But what got me was the year part, because for the whole year before, you guys were together. Problem for me. So I was going to address him and just be like, what's up? Like, would you lie to me? Why would you cheat on me like that? And not tell me the truth, because this whole time you were saying you wasn't messing with nobody anymore, but you're still messing with somebody. I'm not understanding. It's not adding up to me. So I know how to get his attention. So we were texting, and I called him. He didn't answer. So I'm like, oh no, like I need his attention, like right now. So I'm like texting his phone, like, oh my God, it's emergency. I need you to talk to me. Call me, like call me back. And he called me, and he's like, yes, Brielle, like what's up? And I'm like, call me on FaceTime. It's emergency. I gotta show you something. So I forgot. Curtis has Sprint. So with Sprint, if you send a picture while they're on the phone, they won't get it. So when he called me back on FaceTime, I was like, well, I had to see you the picture. I know you're going to have to hang up, but you got to promise me that you'll call me back. Promise me you'll call me back. And he was like, yeah, Bria, I'll call you back. And I said, okay, good. So I sent the picture, and I should have known he wasn't going to call back. Sent the picture, and he saw it. I didn't get a reply. So I waited maybe it felt like 5 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it was only 1 minute. I'm straight to voicemail. Called him on FaceTime. He ignored 2 FaceTime calls. Okay, so that pissed me off, because I'm like, Number one, I've been with you for 8 years. So I deserve that much respect for you to answer the phone and just talk to me. I'm not a person, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't feel like arguing with you. If that's your girl, that's your girl. Like, y'all can rock out with your cocks out. Like, I have no tea, no shade, honey. Like, you do what you do. But you going to answer the phone for me because I just need to know what the hell was going on. And you're going to hear my two cents about the situation because you cheated on me with her. He said nothing back. So I'm sitting there and I call one of my best friends and I call my cousin and I'm upset. I'm pissed. My cousin says, bitch, comment on that motherfucking picture. What is you doing? Comment on that picture and tell that girl. So that's what I do. The Joanne, the scammer inside of me, went on the girl picture and commented. And just was telling her, like, oh, we was together for 8 years. So it's kind of confusing to me that you guys were together for a year and 7 months, and we still text, and yeah, this, that, and the third, and I have, like, text messages to prove it if you need them. So, she gave me her number. I called her, we talked, and yeah, like, that's what it was. And she asked for text messages, and I gave her the text messages, and, that's what it was. Since then, I have not heard from Curtis. I probably will never hear from Curtis, but Curtis does follow me on Snapchat, and Curtis does watch every snap that I post. What's up, Curtis? How you? His name ain't Curtis, but he know what his name is. How are you doing? It's no tea, no shade, no hard feelings. My life is amazing. I just made this story time just because I want, if I can save one young girl, or if I can save many young girls, just don't focus on a guy, a boy, a man. Don't devote all your time to them, because at a young age, their mindset is not to get married and be forever. They might say that at first initially, but honestly, in the end, it's not. And I was with him for 8 years because I really thought, deep down inside, I really thought that it would be forever. But you have to honestly put yourself first, because a man will break you down. A man will suck all the life out of you and leave you with nothing. And then you have to figure out who you are in the end when he's striving and his life is up here and you're at your lowest. I was here. He was here. Doing good. Didn't stop school. Nothing stopped for him. Got the girls and this and third. But I was here because I was trying to be a good girlfriend. And I was focused on him. And I was trying to figure out myself as a woman. And I just lost myself over him who was here and me who was here. So I just learned that I will never put a man before me at all, ever again. It's not worth it. I don't care who he is, how old he is, what he promises you. Promises are meant to be broken. You cannot expect a teenage guy to hold truth to you or hold some promise to you. That's not how life works. Sorry I had to disappear for a second. My camera died. But basically, I was just like wrapping the video up. Just saying that for females, do not put a man before you. Take care of yourself. Young girls, I don't think it's smart to be in relationships. My mother tried to warn me, and I didn't listen. But moms always know best. But just worry about your education. Worry about planning your future. A relationship will come, a man will come, or a woman, whatever you're doing, however you're dating, whatever you love, like your preference, whatever. They will come when the time is right, but you have to put yourself first. Never put anybody before you, because you will lose yourself. You have to really love yourself. You have to get to know who you are as a woman before you can expect a man to love you. Just love yourself first. Cherish yourself. Figure out what your worth is, and really like just stick to it. Stick to you. Know you. Love yourself before you expect anybody else to love you. Honestly, it was easy for me to talk about this because I'm actually 100% okay. Like, I'm happy. I've never been happier. I really do love myself. I wish him and his girlfriend, or whatever she is, I wish them nothing but the best. No shade, no tea, no pun intended. I wish them nothing but the best. I want him to know I don't hate you, Curtis. You are who you are, and maybe one day you'll grow up, and maybe one day you will apologize like a man instead of trying to ignore me but watch all my videos on Snapchat. But maybe one day you'll apologize like a man, and I'm not saying we could be friends, but I really don't hate you. I can't carry any foul feelings towards you, because it will be keeping me in a situation or in a mindset that I don't want to be in anymore. I have really reached my happiest point in life. Like, I'm so happy. Life is amazing. I'm blessed. I'm on a spiritual journey. I'm not cussing nobody out. I'm not cussing anybody out. I'm not cussing anybody out. I'm just really getting my mindset together. I'm not really focused on creating another relationship or anything like that. I just want to get to know Bree and be on Bree. That's all. Like, I love Bree. I need to be about Bree for once. Story time, me having kind of boring because I wasn't spilling that much tea for real. But I just got tired of people asking me what happened. And whenever somebody asks me, I'll direct them to this video because it's documented and it's here. And this is what happened. And this is why we are not together anymore. But there's no hard feelings. I don't want any beef with anybody. I'm happy. I want everybody else to be happy. Let's all be happy. Let's all have this, wonderful world of everybody being happy. But yeah, I will probably come back soon with another story time if I can think of some more stories that may have happened in my life, which I'm pretty sure I have a few. But yeah, I'll be back soon, maybe with another makeup tutorial or another story time or a lifestyle video, whatever, vlog. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.